Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the table. Back at it again, your host. I'm Shannon.
I'm Katelynn. Hello. Welcome to season 2.
Season 2.
And Noah's
It's
here.
official.
Hello.
You started season 1, now you're here starting season 2.
Yes.
Back-to-back episodes. I guess any guest we had probably would have been a back-to-back, considering last week.
Yeah.
It's true. We had just about everyone last week.
Yeah. It was fun.
Exciting.
It actually came out really good, too.
It did. It was a blast, for sure. I think we went into it really excited about the idea, but we had no idea if it would just be chaotic on Discord or if it would actually work. But no, it was great. We played a nice friendly game of Family Feud. No friendships were harmed in the making. And yeah, it's a great time. But Noah, it's a new season. Who are you?
I'm a changed man, you know.
Oh.
Today is National Fossil Day, so I'm really excited. I love dinosaurs. Very hype.
What is your favorite dinosaur?
Oh, it's Triceratops all the way, the tried and true.
An excellent choice.
He has so many, like, toy dinosaurs and, like, a dinosaur puzzle on his wall from when he was, like, 10 and watches Jurassic Park, so...
Dinosaurs are hype. It's my dog's favorite movie.
It's your dog's favorite movie?
She loves it. It's the only movie she actually intensely watches. It's kind of funny.
Wild.
You know, have I ever shown you that meme that's like kids, like specifically boys, they're either into trucks, they're into like cars, or they're into dinosaurs, and every kid's got one of the three, and you were dinosaurs.
Oh yeah, always dinosaurs. But then it hits like the man stage, and now it's like Vikings, guns, cars,
and the Roman Empire.
Yeah, and the Roman Empire, and I'm all of them but cars.
So Noah, how often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Well, so it's funny you should ask.
Oh my god, I've never asked that question.
So like, genuinely, it's kind of a hairy subject, you know. It depends on whose point of view you're looking at, you know. Like, if we're thinking like the original star of Rome, like Romulus and Remus, and you know the whole tale between that, you know, Rome wasn't built in a day. You know, I mean, it was pretty.
You're just shooting the random Rome references you know
of. Anyways, like I was saying,
Rome wasn't built in a day has nothing to do with the actual Roman Empire.
All right, listen. Let me speak.
No, that's what every Roman person says.
You know, like, so I don't know. It just really depends on the time period.
So based on the way he's explaining this, the answer is he doesn't think about it very often.
No, I think about it. You know, I believe, you know, some things. You know, Colosseum was pretty hype. Not the slavery part, but, you know, the rest was kind of hype.
Name a Roman emperor.
Julius Caesar.
No, besides Caesar. Because I can name one.
Oh yeah, what do you got?
Nero.
Oh, okay.
Name another one.
What was his name? Black.
I don't know.
Oh.
Ask Nero, because that's black in Italian, right?
Yeah.
Well, I know they didn't speak Italian; they spoke Latin, but
yeah.
Look.
The other Julius Caesar.
But
the one who inspired the salad.
Oh
See,
my god.
the salad stabs back.
Yeah.
That was a very genuine laugh. Holy sh! That was funny.
I'm sorry, but a salad, a Caesar salad, is not complete without a knife stuck in it. You have to do it for the meme. It's funny. I mean, Caesar salads aren't the greatest salads on the planet.
They're pretty good though.
I mean, it's not bad. It's not
They're
bad.
good.
I mean,
it's like a very unhealthy salad, but
yeah, like it does not compare to like obviously like you know the freaking what is it what was it with the Cheesecake Factory Giga Salads?
The 12,
you know?
1,200 calorie salad.
Oh, I think some of them are more, some of them border. I think the biggest one borders like 1,800 calories. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. That's about as much calories as there is in a slice of their cheesecake.
Yeah, it's actually a fun fact about Cheesecake Factory. The salads are the unhealthiest thing on the menu.
You went
That's
from being
wild.
almost asleep to as hyper as you've been all day.
She brought up the Roman Empire.
That's all you gotta do, I guess.
Not at all related to the Roman Empire, dinosaurs, or food, but today, October 11th, is the birthday of the twins in Parent Trap. That's my holiday.
The original ones, or
No, the Lindsay Lohan one.
Oh, okay.
I don't know about the original.
Is it Lindsay Lohan's birthday?
No, because you know what's funny? October is like Lindsay Lohan month because everyone on October 3rd goes.
I was just about to say
October
that.
3rd because of Mean Girls. Do you know that scene?
Wait.
The hot guy turns around and asks her, "Hey, what day is it?" And she goes, "It's October 3rd." And then the voiceover goes, "I told him it was October 3rd."
I'm not gonna lie, I low key love that movie. It's freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a quality film.
It is like cringy as all hell, but like it's funny enough where it's like, hey, okay.
The one thing that I always thought was so awkward was when the girl was like, quote unquote, gaining weight, and she's like,
with the protein bars,
sweatpants that are all that fit me right
spoilers.
now, and she's still like a size 0.
Yeah.
And I'm glad, obviously, they didn't make her gain weight for a stupid movie. Yeah. But, like, the point was lost on me because she still looked the same.
I don't know why they had to hit her with a bus at the end. That was kind of aggressive, you know? I mean, like, a car would have been fine. It was just that they had to use a bus.
Yeah.
They threw her under the bus, literally.
I guess that's a weirdly poetic, too, because they also threw Lindsay's character under the bus for the book.
Yeah.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
It's cinematic masterpiece right there, Mean Girls. Yeah. But I always remember in Parent Trap where like the British twin goes, "And your birthday is October 11th. So that must mean," and then they figure out, and I never forgot that their birthday is freaking October 11th. Because it's my favorite month and it's my favorite number too. So it just kind of stuck.
But you know,
all the pieces fit together.
You know what I want to do? I want to get to one of those Rocktober Toyota sales events, baby. It's almost Toyota-thon time.
What are you on? It's been 7.5 minutes and we haven't talked about food once. No, we talked about Caesar salads.
Yeah,
so.
Come on.
Yeah, which actually Caesar salads are not a bad segue because the Caesar salads are relatively easy to make.
Very
not
true.
many ingredients. Very delicious.
Lettuce.
And today we are talking about easy and convenient meals.
Yeah, it's the part of the season where, like, if you're a parent, your kids have just gone back to school and you're figuring out that new routine. If you're a student, you've just gone back to school. If you're somewhere in the middle like us, the seasons are changing and you don't know what to wear because it's hot and it's cold every other day. And no one really feels like putting a lot of effort into food. So it's a good time to be like, What do you do when you don't want to cook but you want to eat and you don't want to order out? So, I got a couple things. I'm sure we all have a couple things.
Oh yeah, I got my own creations.
I think some things will overlap based on the profile picture that we have chosen today. Because there's nothing better than the almighty mac and cheese.
Yeah.
There just is. There's nothing that beats the almighty mac and cheese.
I can think of several things.
It's just comforting. You can determine how complicated you want it to be if you just want to go for a box. If you want to make it a little fancier, add some breadcrumbs, etc. Yeah, no, it's great. I think the reason I chose it as my profile picture is in college, I had something called the Rapid Mac cooker. Forget if I've talked about this before.
That sounds
you did,
but
it was
essentially,
a very long time ago.
Okay, I thought I might have, but we'll
definitely
revisit it.
Yeah.
So essentially, you would take a whole box of Kraft. I think oftentimes I would use like generic brand mac and cheese. You put it in the Rapid Mac cooker. It's like a bowl. Cover it with water to the fill line, and then you put it in the microwave for, I think it was like 3 minutes, and then stir, and then another 2 or 3 minutes, something like that. And it would cook the entire box for you.
Okay.
And then you just add the cheese and milk and whatever else at the end. And that carried me through college. There were so many nights where we were like, wow, we didn't plan to go to the dining hall when it was open. We're just lazy. We have no ingredients. What do we have, though? The Rapid Mac Cooker.
Where did you acquire this device?
I want to say it was at Bed Bath & Beyond.
That's such a Bed
Or
Bath & Beyond item.
someplace similar, yeah. Which they're going out of business, but I'm sure the Rapid Mac Cooker is still out there.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Well, I have one at Walmart.
They got them at Walmart.
Perfect.
Oh, it looks like is it like rubbery?
Kind of. It's that, but stiff, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So it's more stiff, like a Tupperware type.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Okay, so it just keeps everything contained and circulated.
Oh, it's
I see.
BPA free.
It's BPA. BPA free. That's pretty cool. I just googled it, and on the thing it says microwave safe, and like I friggin' hope it is. That's how you use it.
That's the only way to use it.
Wait, hold on. This says reusable for up to 5 years. What happens at year 6? Do you die?
Microplastics.
Oh, that's fine. We're already full of those. Doesn't matter.
True.
Mm.
What was it that someone said? Like, our grandparents' generation was lead, our parents' generation was asbestos, and our generation is microplastics?
You flipped them. So grandparents is asbestos, parents is lead, and us is microplastic.
You sure? I thought lead was older.
No. Lead is like 60s and 70s.
Yeah. And
asbestos was way before. So, like, that's like 30s and...
Oh.
Well, your grandparents also come from a different generation of my grandparents.
Yeah, but you get my point.
Yeah.
The point stands.
You know, fun fact,
You're just full of these facts today.
No, there's a lot of, like, reports out there. So, like, old construction crews, because nobody knew how bad asbestos was. They would actually ball it up and have snowball fights with it. Pretty much all of those guys got cancer.
That's so alarming in hindsight.
Oh, yeah.
I love OSHA now. Thank you, OSHA. Thank you, workplace regulations. If you want to learn more about asbestos, look up the producing of The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say I'm not going to go into detail, but apparently you are.
I have one thing to say about that. I don't know if this is correct, but I think I heard this somewhere. The dog lived longer than any of the main actors.
Mm-hmm.
Like, after the film.
Oh.
Because you know the scene where it's like snowing in the field?
Yeah.
Well, the snow is asbestos. The Tin Man was covered in lead paint.
I didn't know that.
The lining of the Scarecrow's suit was asbestos.
Anyway, fun snacks to make.
Death.
Why don't we start with you? Because you got some interesting weird snacks. Because I'm going to end this conversation abruptly.
All right, so I'm going to start with a simple one. So when I grew a habit of doing, when I would get home like late nights when I used to do construction, right? So I get home at like 6 o'clock.
Is this the one I hate?
No, this isn't the one you hate.
Okay.
I'd get home at like 6 o'clock, and my foreman, he actually mentioned this to me once, and he was like, "Yeah, you ever just take a tortilla, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And you take a full jar of peanut butter and you just dip in that thing. And I'm like, "No, but that sounds wonderful." So I started doing that, and I've done that for years now. You just roll, and you roll it up into like a log, and you slam it in the freaking thing of peanut butter, and you just take bites, and you just keep going back for more, like it's a celery stick.
Wow, that was really vivid language there.
Yeah, right?
That was great.
It's a tortilla and peanut butter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it does sound good though. I'm a fan of peanut butter in
that's
general.
A popular one. A lot of people like that. Like, they roll tortillas in a lot of stuff. Like, tortillas, like, especially like flour ones, they're not super flavored, so they're not technically savory or sweet or anything. You can kind of use them for whatever. But I don't think there's a bad way to eat peanut butter if you are someone who's not allergic to peanuts.
Oh, there's a bad way to eat peanut butter.
Using food?
I'm okay not
Yeah,
knowing.
I'm not.
Now we're not elaborating.
Okay.
You freak. Anyway.
I'm not a freak. It's other people.
You're so embarrassing.
All right.
Yeah.
Katelynn, what is on your list?
One of my favorites. I'm gonna start with like sweets because I don't know. That's the most interesting ones I have. It's like the mug recipes. And if you've never tried these, you are missing out. Because Shannon and I used to do these here and there. You and I have done them. You can now buy them like in the grocery store and make things. So they're very small, like cookie, brownie, or cake recipes that you make in a mug, and you just put like a tablespoon here, teaspoon there, of the ingredients in a mug, and you just nuke it for like 2 minutes, and you get a little sweet treat.
I'm so glad you mentioned that. Because it's true. It's great if you just want a little bit of a sweet something, but you don't want to make a whole big batch of something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always like the brownie cake ones more.
It definitely by far does not turn out the texture that you want from these things unless you are looking for a moist as hell cake. But some of them are really good just like eaten as like the batter, assuming your flour is clean, because very few of them need eggs, because like you can't really portion out an egg into that small of an amount, so they make you use like a drop of oil instead most of the time. So they're, as long as your flour is clean, or if you like pre-cook it like a lot of people do, or if you're just, you know, reckless abandon, don't give a damn about possible E. coli in your flour, you can just eat the batter too. But the mug recipe, like, it never trended, but like the industry has gotten crazy because you can now make pizza in a mug.
What?
You can make pizza. So you make the dough first.
What?
And you spin it up and you heat it up to the point where it gets like a crust, sort of. It's not at all like, you can't lift it out of the mug by any means, but it's cooked. And then you put the sauce, cheese, and the toppings on it, and then you eat it with a spoon. It's very soft. It's a very, very doughy, soft, like Greek style pizza, but you can do it. And people have done fried rice as long as the rice is, you know, pre-cooked. It's amazing. You just cook food in mugs now. Who needs bowls and plates? Freaking mugs. Mug collectors, beware.
Wow.
This is dangerous, and it gives you too much of a reason to collect mugs.
It is dangerous. I'm slowly approaching the having too many mugs territory. So
my mom called my
this
mugs.
is just fueling that, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah. We have a lot of good mugs. I have a Groot mug now. He's cute. But, yeah. So
you have a what?
I have a Groot mug, like Baby Groot.
Oh, Groot. Okay.
Yeah. It's his head. You eat soup and stuff out of his brain.
That's really fun.
Do you have a dinosaur mug?
I bought you that dinosaur mug.
Yes, you did.
Merry Christmas. It's like one of those like enamel like camping mugs, and it's got like anatomical drawings of dinosaurs on it.
Type.
That sounds very fitting.
Maybe I'll have to get you another one for
Amazing.
Christmas.
Well, one last story.
Sorry.
All good. One last story relating to mugs. So Lauren and Peter, who have both been on the podcast now at this point, they came to me one evening and went, "We have this wonderful mug chocolate chip cookie recipe. It's so good, you gotta try it." So all three of us are making it. They put theirs in. It's all well and good. I put mine in, and the bottom is burnt. The top is like not cooked. And I'm like, what happened? What did I do wrong? Yours are beautiful. And mine was just simply incorrect. So we made it again a second time. I used a different mug. I like triple checked the recipe. Again, mine was burned.
What?
I don't know.
I didn't even know you could burn stuff in a
So
microwave.
I guess the recipe hates me. Yeah, it was
Besides popcorn.
not great. So just beware, I guess, if you're making things in mugs.
I have a story about burning things in a microwave.
Oh boy. Can I make a point real quick before we go to that? I have never made a good mug cookie. They all come out really gross and squishy for me, and I'm a crispy cookie kind of person, so obviously mug brownies are not for me. But I'm curious to see if there's one that like actually puffs up the way I expect it to. But
so I don't know if I've ever mentioned the fish stick story on this podcast. I can't remember. But see,
it doesn't sound familiar.
Back when I was a wee lad,
you're gonna love this.
I was I think I was 8 years old, 9 maybe. I don't know. Not old enough to use the stove or anything really. My dad was home. My mom was out. Simple as that. My dad was very tired. He had 2 jobs at the time.
This is a long-winded way to tell the story, dude.
In his infinite wisdom of his half-awake self, he looked at the box for fish sticks. And he looked at the box, said, I don't know, 11, 12 minutes, something like that. Problem is, he didn't set the oven. He set the microwave for 11 to 12 minutes.
With fish sticks in it.
He slapped those in there, and I didn't know any better. I was 8 years old. So I'm sitting there, freaking 6, 7 minutes go by. Smoke is pouring out of the microwave. It's almost on fire. The disaster is striking. I yelled, Dad, the microwave's smoking. And he's like, what? He comes out, he unplugs the microwave, he takes the plate out, he throws it outside. Plate's gone. Fish sticks are literal rocks. You know, they're coal. They're literal coal.
Didn't the microwave die too?
The microwave was killed. Everything died. It was truly unbelievable.
Because that's the thing with microwaves too, is like if they're not cooking food, they're cooking themselves.
Yeah. So it's truly one of the funniest moments of my childhood. I'll never forget it. I'll never let him live it down either. But you know,
now they have a no plastic in the microwave rule.
Yeah. No trust.
Like the plastic was the problem.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's so funny.
That's
I don't blame him
funny.
either. Like it's not even like he made
the fact that the microwave died.
Yeah. He didn't like make like an ignorant decision. He wasn't trying to be unsafe. He read the thing, went, yes, information attained, and did exactly what he should have done. He just read the wrong line.
See, I think his mistake was he probably read like toaster oven / microwave. I don't really know.
It probably said conventional oven.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, and then he just saw the number first. But that sucks, and it's very funny. Yeah, so note to y'all, not that you would ever do this. Don't put your microwave on when there's nothing in it. That's how you ruin your microwave.
Yes. Also, don't put your phone in the microwave to recharge it. That doesn't work.
Because people have done that.
That is a myth.
I have a quick one, just because we already mentioned the mac and cheese, and I think any box mac and cheese is valid, depending on what you like and what you're in the mood to do. I have my favorites. Everyone else has theirs. What are you crunching?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. But I've found out, so I bought a, like, protein, like, high nutrient ramen, like, a month ago, and it tastes disgusting. Like, the seasoning flavoring packet, god-awful. It tastes like burning rubber. But I found out that if you just don't put the seasoning on it, the noodles are pretty good. And they're like 21 grams of protein, they're like 5 carbs, they're like, you know, the protein pasta. And turning those into mac and cheese is bomb. And I just pour some milk in a pot, like not the one that the pasta's boiling in, because it takes like 5 minutes to boil because it's ramen. I just put like some milk and cheese in another container, another pot, and then just mix it till it melts and then eat it combined. Super easy.
Wow, that's such a good hack. I also love things that have hidden protein in them. Like, I think there's other types of pasta you can get in the store where they're like protein plus or whatever. It's Yeah. Sneaky protein. Get
Yeah.
yourself filled. Get those nutrients in. Love to see it.
The one I got was Immi, IMMI brand. It's not cheap. 6 packages cost me like $36, which is absurd for ramen, but really not that expensive on the grand scheme of easy lunches. And I got the creamy chicken flavor, so beware of it. It's not that good. The other flavors might be awesome, but the noodles, slamming. They're amazing. Although they're slightly green, so if you have a color thing, maybe don't, but it's very funny when you have slightly green noodles and a yellow sauce.
What makes them green?
I don't know. They're made of, like, pumpkin seed starch and a lot of other, like, powdered veggies.
That makes sense. Those are naturally a little green.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was my, like, little injection there. Do you want to swing back to you?
All right. Trying to think of something else besides the one that Katelyn's just gonna get mad at me.
No, I'll be civil.
No, you won't.
I promise. Scott's on.
All right. Listen. So, my dad. Once again, we're going back to
his dad is a character.
He he grew up in a rather poor family. You know, he had 7 siblings. His dad was the only one who worked. You know, it was a tough situation.
Sure.
Like, they had like powdered milk, government like cheese slab. The works, the old stuff. You know, back in the 70s. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's whatever. But he developed this thing that he called the poor man's French toast, where essentially he would just take a piece of bread, dip it in butter or margarine, whatever's available, and then just pour syrup on it and eat it. And it sounds stupid and sounds disgusting, but it's not that bad. And sometimes I do it now because I just need to eat something.
Mm-hmm. That's so, like, I remember stories from my mom and her family doing similar things where it'd be like bread and sugar.
Yeah.
Or like something like that. It's so quick and you know it's gonna be delicious, but you're like, ooh, that's gonna hurt my teeth, my body.
It's like a perfect storm too of, like, if you need, like, the starch fix, the sweet fix, or like the butter fix.
Yeah, you hit everything at once.
You get all 3 at once. The only issues I have with it, and, like, I knock it because Noah eats it a certain way, not at all because his dad ate it, because, like, you know, that was a very different circumstance than Noah's in now, because Noah can go buy his own actual French toast and he knows how to make it.
Yeah.
My issues are, 1, calling it French toast, because you can call it butter syrup toast. But also, when I watched Noah make it once, he put butter on half the bread, not toasted, by the way, it's just bread, just for logistics sake here. Folded the bread in half, poured the syrup on it, folded the bread in half again, so now it's in quarters, and shoved the whole freaking thing in his mouth.
Oh no.
That is where my problem is, and where I thought this dish was disgusting. Flavor-wise, I get it. Like, literally, it's everything your tongue wants at once. It wants carbs, it wants sugar, and it wants butter.
I don't like that visual. Why did you put the whole piece in your mouth?
Because he used to do that to get reactions out of me.
It's funny.
Yeah.
I mean...
Was that the reaction you wanted?
I guess. I mean, like, all right, listen. I've noticed this is something that guys do that girls typically will not do.
Ooh, excuse me.
But sometimes it's just like you just disregard all things and you're like, you know what? That'll fit in my mouth, and you just eat it. You know?
You know what's really good? Enjoying your food. And not choking on it.
Say, you don't enjoy it, but it's just one giant bite.
Yeah.
He's shoved whole donuts in his mouth.
Oh, yeah, I've done it.
He's choked before and had to spit stuff out. And I'm like, what happened there, bud? He goes, I don't know.
It does. I mean, I can understand looking at something, though, and just, like, having the impulsive thought, like, I can fit that all. It's not that bad. I can do this.
That's what it is. It's
yeah.
the
I can do it.
impulsive, like, I can do it. And then there's no thought of, it would taste good if I didn't do that. It's just, I can do that.
No.
And it's certainly not like a just guy thing. Like, I don't want to like gender this phenomenon, but like, I've never seen a girl do it.
Yeah. Now, I will say, most of the time, I have not had trouble. But surprisingly, the only thing that has come close to killing me was an orange.
Okay, what do you... How much of the orange did you...
One slice. One little thingy.
You know how
Oh,
oranges
just
have like
slice.
strings?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I didn't like, once again, little me, I was 9.
Tiny little throat then.
I didn't peel like all the, all like the stuff off the back of it. And I tried to eat it. So like I bit it in half, right? And like inside of my mouth, I bit it in half. And then I swallowed half of it, but then my throat closed on it. So half was trying to go down my throat and half was still in my mouth. And I was quite literally choking to death because I couldn't make noise.
Ugh.
I couldn't breathe.
Oh my god.
So I'm there like silently screaming. My mother's in the next room. So I just ended up just like crawling off my chair, getting to the floor, reaching in my mouth and yanking it out of my throat.
Oh, I'm choking now. Ugh.
Yikes.
Thanks for that.
I mean, I'm glad you got it out, but...
Then I just sat on the floor, like, just breathing for a second.
Ugh. I got one of those, like, hard candies stuck in my throat once when I was at my Nana's house.
Ooh, that...
Those, like, big green round ones. They're green because it was, like, sour apple flavor. And I had one, I swallowed it, and I could feel it sitting, like, lodged sideways, like a perfect little cap in my throat. And what I ended up doing was coughing so hard that I broke it. So I never could not breathe. Like, I was breathing because it was in my esophagus. It was in my... Yes, esophagus, not windpipe. So I was breathing fine, but I could feel it just stuck there. And I was drinking things, and I could feel it trickling down around it. Oh. And then I just tried to, like, hack it up by coughing, because, like, I can't make myself throw up or anything like that. And I could feel it, like, snap because it had been, like, slowly melting because the, saliva still getting at it, and it broke. It was... Nana was not happy that day.
Yeah. It's always that moment of panic when you feel something go down the wrong way or too fast, and you're like, oh no.
Yeah. Well, this is taking a turn for the gross, but to whip us back on track once again... I think that means it's Shannon's turn. Yeah,
so, I mean, where do we go from here? I don't even know how to segue off of that. Well, I have recently been doing something, I don't even think I saw it anywhere or was inspired by anything in particular. I picked it up one day and went, yep, I'm gonna do this. So, I think it was my grandmother got us hooked on these little non-bread circles.
Yeah.
That you can get at, I don't know, the grocery store. Nowhere fancy. But if you put some pizza sauce on there and pizza toppings and then put it in the toaster oven for a few minutes, you get a little baby pizza.
Oh.
And it's so fun.
Yeah, that's cool. It's cool as round, too. Anything that, like... Any kind of instant pizza is usually worth it. And honestly, I don't know if anyone else feels like this, but, like, instant pizza, meaning, like, you use, like, an English muffin or the naan bread or a bagel or something, is better than when you go and buy, like, the Pillsbury pizza dough and make a pizza. That's not as good.
Right.
Yeah. I agree.
I've been making pizzas with tortillas recently, and they've been really fun. So you do like 2 layers of quesadilla. You do 2 layers of tortilla with cheese in the middle. So you make like a cheese quesadilla.
Yep.
And then top it with sauce and cheese, and it makes pretty good pizza.
Oh, that sounds good.
It's cheating, and I use those like carb balance, like not healthy but better for you wraps. So it's a little bit lighter of a dinner. It still is loaded with cheese, but
Yeah.
Wow. Moral of the story, just pizzafy anything you can.
yeah, any sort of bread product. Do like dip chips in like there's pizza dip. That's a thing. It's just sauce and cheese like broiled, and then you dip things into it. So like honestly, just pizza anything. You know how people were like cerealifying everything? They were making like little cereals out of like tiny waffles and cookies.
Oh yeah.
Tiny pizzas. But instead of milk, it's like a little bit of ranch.
Okay, I was gonna say, please don't put that in milk ever.
I was like, yeah, I don't want to make pizzas into cereal necessarily.
Hey, can we get an agreement that
No.
What was the cookie cereal? The one that was all
Cookie Crisp?
Okay, that was ass. Definitely ass. That was one of the worst cereals I've ever
What?
had. No, it tasted like garbage.
It certainly was not as good as a cookie, but I liked it.
Really? Oh, it tasted so bad.
Shannon, what do you think?
Oh, I don't know if I've ever actually had it.
Okay. It certainly wasn't anything to like write home about, but I liked it.
Yeah.
Huh. I'm surprised you don't like it, because you like most cereals.
It was just one of those ones. It did not have anything special.
Huh.
Yeah. Can we just I'm gonna throw this in there. Can we get a shout out for like, peasant boy dinner?
That's what this podcast's about.
All right.
Give me peasant boy dinner.
All right, listen. So
Yeah.
bread, cheese, salted meat.
Yeah.
That's all you need. It's all you need in life. I can't tell you how many times I've like gone to the store like getting something, and like sometimes I'll just walk out with a salami stick,
A block of cheese.
some kind of block of cheese, and like whatever bread I saw in the bakery, and like that's gonna be like my lunch for the next week.
Absolutely.
It really hits different when you bite right off the cheese block.
Oh yeah, no, it goes hard.
Yeah.
Like, I usually slice mine so that I can limit the amount of cheese I eat, because I will eat that whole friggin' thing. But it's funny that, like, there's, like, the charcuterie trend, and I know charcuterie, the word means meat only, but, like, to use it to describe the whole board. And then, like, just take away the cutting and presentation, and you have, like, 14th century peasant dinner.
Yeah, you end up with peasant boy dinner.
Yeah. The antithesis to girl dinner, which has been a TikTok trend recently.
Yeah. I have done peasant boy dinner and girl dinner.
Yeah.
And girl dinner, for those who don't know, it's just like a collection of snacks, essentially, that you convene into a meal.
My favorite girl dinner is like when I get tortilla chips, and then I have like a little bowl of salsa, a little bowl of like some random sauce I found in the fridge, a little bowl of sour cream with lime in it. And it's like, it's almost a meal, but like chips and dip isn't technically a meal. And that's one of my favorites. And it's just like whatever chips were left in the house. Sometimes I have to use 2 different bags because we run to the crumbs and no one throws it away.
Mm-hmm.
But someone said boy dinner is only proteins and girl dinner is only sides.
Boy dinner is a steak.
And that's it.
And just
nothing on the side.
Nothing.
Yeah.
You just need a steak and like a chocolate milk.
Yeah. And girl dinner is like
Oh my god,
the mashed potatoes, some crackers, and a chocolate bar.
Yeah. Now,
yeah.
I will say, I don't do girl dinner, but what I do is I do the sample run. I don't know if you're familiar with this. I don't know if this is just me, but you ever just like you open the fridge, right? You see like you just take a look. You take like 2 like fucking what is it when they cut up the pickles? Is it coins or is
like
it
pickle
just
slices?
You eat like 2 pickle slices. Then like, oh look, there's sliced ham in there. You eat a slice of ham. And you just freaking go on this rampage.
That's what girl dinner is.
Yeah, but I'm saying like in one shot, like you do not plate this stuff.
Oh.
You eat it as you go. So
that's called grazing.
Yeah. So like, and then it continues to like the cabinets. Now you got a fucking Oreo. So you grab an Oreo, you take a shot of milk.
Do you ever like take just a spoon of brown sugar? You ever done that? Like,
Not
I want
in this
something
sequence,
Brown
but yes.
sugar.
like you just really want something sweet, so you take a little
Yeah.
teaspoon and just scoop out a little brown sugar and enjoy it, and then walk away. That's it.
Yeah. But like,
Really? I've done like a spoonful of Nutella, but never just straight brown sugar.
I think it's the same kind of
yeah.
means
falls
to
in
an
there.
end. I mean, I eat friggin' tomato sauce or pizza sauce, so like whatever. I don't eat sugar like that anymore, but I did as a kid.
But yeah,
Fair enough.
like I was saying, I got like this sequence that I used to do when I was like freaking 18. So like, all of the stuff that I told you was actually like that stuff I do, you know. So like the way my kitchen is designed is the fridge and then all the cabinets, you know, left to right. So
Most kitchens are like
well,
that.
some go the other direction. Some have the fridge in the middle. I've seen weird shit. Yeah, so you start with the fridge. I grab a few things out of there. Those things I said. Now we hit the cabinet section. I grab an Oreo. I go back to the fridge. I take a swig of milk. Then I keep going down the list. I grab some peanut butter. I just eat a spoonful of peanut butter. We hit the next cabinet. There's chips. I take some chips. I eat some chips.
And you wonder why
You know?
now your stomach gets upset so easily.
I don't
Now
know.
you have stomach issues because you created a witch's brew in your stomach every day when you came home from work. That's gross.
You fight your way through. You find the strawberry quick powder. You make a freaking glass of that.
But you already drank milk to go
Doesn't
back
matter.
for it.
Doesn't matter. You make it up as you go.
Nothing beats ending a big meal of peanut butter and meat and cheese with freaking 2 shots of dairy.
Sometimes you freaking open that cabinet. There's a can of spray cheese.
Oh, don't even get me
freaking
started
shoot
on
that
you
right
and
into your
spray
mouth.
cheese.
It changes your life.
We were going on vacation once, and we stopped at a convenience store. We're like, all right, get your road snacks. And, like, you think you'd get, like, a Slim Jim, a bag of like, chips or something. No, he grabbed the Easy Cheese. And the whole ride, he was driving. I was with him. He's just squirting it into his mouth like freaking whipped cream. It's disgusting. It doesn't even taste good.
It tastes just like Velveeta.
No, it
Yes,
does.
it
It tastes
does.
like salt in a can.
No, all right.
Velveeta
Listen, that's
has
what
a different
Velveeta tastes like.
No. It's
All right,
not.
come on.
No.
You can deny it all you want.
I'm going to. It's too salty. Velveeta's not salty.
All right.
You can say it's more
That
like
is
Cheese Whiz.
Wild.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I'll take that.
It's closer to Cheese Whiz than Velveeta. Velveeta's very mild. Crazy. Anyway.
That was crazy.
Wow.
Have you ever done that? The whatever the hell Noah just explained?
I think so, but like in a more calm manner, I guess. It's less like, oh, what's this, what's that? It's more like, oh, I'm still a little hungry. What's in here? And then you eat it and you're like, okay, still a little hungry. How about over here?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's more when I'm like by myself though, or like younger years and like you didn't quite really have the tools to make a meal.
Yeah.
But you're hungry enough for a meal.
I'm at this point like 80% of the time I cook a proper meal because I like to and I enjoy cooking, and you're lucky you like someone who enjoys cooking because I can make you proper meals instead of you grazing through the kitchen every day.
Gets the job done.
It gets the job done. That's fine. Honestly, if you finish like leftovers of food, then everybody wins.
That's all my life has ever been. Hey, eat this. It's in the fridge.
Mhm.
I had a point that I was getting to. Oh yeah, I think the closest I've gotten to that is when Shannon and I have had sleepovers at either house, because both of our moms always went out of their way to like make it a little extra. Like they'd buy us like a box cake mix to make, or Shannon's mom like would always have something baking like oriented. My mom would have dinner planned and a snack, and she'd like get extra cookies or whatever. But there was like one time where it was me, Shannon, and Faith together, and we went out to the movies and we had popcorn, and then we went out to dinner and her mom insisted on getting us dessert, and then at home she had made brownies that were frosted, and it was just snack after snack after snack, and like I was eating very little of each, but we realized by like 3 a.m. that mostly me and Faith had finished the tray of brownies.
Oh my god.
And Shannon was like, what the hell? And I was like,
Oh my
I
goodness.
was having such a good time, I wasn't even paying attention.
You must have been shitting bricks later.
Mm.
I felt
Mhm.
fine because I was so young. You know, this was like, we were like 11, and when you're 11, literally nothing can shut you down. I was infallible that day, but it was over the
Yeah.
course of many hours, but like, I don't think we had a proper dinner that day.
I don't think so. It definitely was one of those things when we would hang out because it was like, oh, it's special. Whether we want to make the most of the time, so we'd just like get whatever snacks.
Yeah.
I still remember there was a day we like went out to dinner and then we made fried dough, I think. And I actually did get sick that night and I felt so bad
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I felt bad
because
too.
Katelynn was at my house and she was just like, I'm just gonna leave.
I felt
It's
so
fair.
bad because like I didn't know if you were sick, and like I hate being sick around other people too, so it's like I'm just gonna go, and I felt so bad about it. But I'm glad you were better the
Yeah.
next day. Honestly, in hindsight, I could
Yeah,
have
no,
like
it's
gone
entirely
back the
fair.
next day, and I didn't. And I really could have. But we did a lot that day. You had every reason to not feel good.
Yeah. It was just I think we just like would always try to pack so much into the sleepover hanging out sort of thing.
Yeah, it was always such an event. Like, and I owe a lot of it to our parents who were like, okay, we're gonna go to Five Below this day. We're gonna go see a movie this day. We're gonna go bowling this day. And there was always something we did when like we could have really just hung at home and played Wii. Because like we also did that a lot. But I think that day, specifically the day I went home, was also the day that we like learned how to double dutch with your parents. And like
Yeah.
so all that crappy food, and now we're jumping
Oh,
for 2
Jesus.
hours. Like she had every reason to not feel good. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
it was a bad
remember
combination
that.
of days of events of that day.
Man, what a time. I mean, it was always so much fun, and generally I wouldn't get sick, and it would just be like girl dinner over the course of many hours. Like a couple of times we flew a little too close to the sun.
Yeah. We did not have much for healthy food on those days, but it wasn't like we did it all the time. It was like maybe twice a month at most that we would do some sort of get together. And every other day, like
Yeah,
our
and not to
moms
that
are very
extent,
fruit and
twice
veggie
a month,
heavy.
yeah.
So let this not be a judgment of our moms. They just wanted us to have a good time. Shannon had fruit every day, every other day of her life. Actually, even the days we hung out, her mom always made sure we had fruit. So there was that too. There was a balance there, just wasn't always nailed.
There was a time when my parents stopped caring, truly.
Yeah.
You should have seen some of the shit me and Nate and Sean used to do. It was me and my boys. We would do like three full bags of pizza rolls, 2 full cases of Mountain Dews. I mean, like we were animals.
This was recently too. This was like in the
like
last 4 years.
Yeah, probably like 3 years ago. That's when we like probably stopped doing that.
Now it's Burger King.
Yeah. That,
but not every time. You had like pulled chicken last time, right?
We change it up every now and again.
Yeah.
You know, we can't eat like that anymore. Plus, we swapped half the food with beer, anyways.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Now you have alcohol, so
Yeah.
you gotta eat intelligently when you have alcohol.
Yeah, we were freaking animals.
Were the word is are, it's just different.
Well, yeah, it's just.
But hey, I'm glad you have a good time.
I think I feel like it was a record. Me and one of my friends, just us two. I slept over his house, and he lives right by Dunkin' Donuts. We walked over there, walked back, ate a dozen donuts in under a half hour.
I remember that.
Oh my god.
That's terrible.
And we looked at the time and we were just like, oh my god, did we just do that? What the fuck?
Oh my god. I love to, like, of the many times I've been at your house, especially in recent times, if we don't, like, go get our own food, you don't have a lot of snacks in the house.
No.
Like, his parents very much cook, like their main dinners for the week, but they don't have much beyond that, because they kind of each take care of themselves, and your older brother has moved out, so,
Yeah.
like, there are times I've been there. I'm like, you got like a popcorn or something like that, and he's like, I got a can of whipped cream. I'm like, no, it's okay. We've just like one time we walked to Frobies and got ice cream, and or we'll like order sushi or something like that. But it's very anti-snack household, which is why it's funny that you graze and you like your snacks are like a scoop of peanut butter,
scavenge
an Oreo, and like you don't have Oreos in the house anymore. It's like I made tea just to have something to drink that wasn't water. But
I've been digging on that blueberry tea.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Ooh, sounds good.
Bigelow.
Yeah, I have butterscotch tea that's been very good.
Ooh, I gotta find a good tea.
I think you would enjoy this butterscotch tea because you can like put cream and sugar in it like coffee, so it doesn't taste like tea as much as it tastes like, you know, like a warm butterscotch flavored milk. But yeah, teas are so vast because you can get some that like taste like dessert in a cup, and then you can have some that taste like dirt and grass in a cup, and like you don't know until you make it.
I don't know how people can be like, yes, my favorite, like store brand green tea, no sugar, no cream, no nothing. And they're just like, yes, this is fire. And it's just like, nah, take your ass back to 1770 Britain. Get out of here, East India Trading Company.
And I love green tea, but I love green tea with a little sweetener in it.
Yeah.
I make like a gallon of iced green tea at the beginning of most weeks. So I make like, it's 16 cups of tea with half a cup of sugar or sweetener in it, and it's sweet as hell the whole week. Tastes like Lipton, like
a little bit goes a long way there.
Packets, yeah, it does. And iced, I imagine a lot of people feel like this. Iced tea or iced coffee takes less sweetener to taste sweet than hot coffee or tea.
Ain't nothing like the sweet tea at frickin' Texas Roadhouse. There ain't no
sugar
tea
in a
there.
cup.
There ain't no tea. It's just sweet.
Yeah. Sugar water. It's like you feed that shit to hummingbirds.
Yeah. You friggin' feed an ant colony for generations with that shit.
That's how you collect bees.
Yeah. Coat your insides and frickin' caramelize them.
Wow. This conversation is not where I expected it to go.
No, I don't.
I thought we would really have like practical tips for having easy meals. And I think it's really more just like reminiscing of easier times and the chaotic food we would eat.
Honestly. I think that's okay though. I'll just change the title from what we intended to, I don't know, basically just meals we ate as kids and as we grew up, I guess. But yeah, we've definitely done some.
I love it. It's so interesting, though.
Yeah, maybe we should do that again. You know what I really want is like some anytizers and ranch with strawberries and whipped cream again. That was the Bercy House staple. It was so good. Not together. You don't eat the chicken with.
I was like, what?
Come on, girl. You know what I meant. But it's just anytizers with ranch. There's a little fried chicken, like popcorn chicken, and then strawberries with whipped cream as a dessert. Every time I was there, that's what I would have.
Huh.
Shannon's mom would be like, we got 6 options. And I'd be like, anytizers. She'd be like, hell yeah.
Do they still make those? It's basically like a chicken nugget, but in a ball shape.
They do, yeah. My brother gets the buffalo flavored ones now.
I haven't had them in many a year. I should get them again.
Yeah, just for old time's sake. I'm gonna do another get together that isn't like for podcast reasons, and maybe we'll do it. And maybe I'll introduce you. Have you had them?
Had what?
Anytizers popcorn chicken?
Yeah, your brother doesn't eat the
No, the plain ones. Sorry.
Yeah, your brother doesn't eat the rest of them, and then you're just like, here, Noah, finish these.
No, I offer them to you, and you take them. I do not demand. Do not do that to me. Well, often he's a little hungrier than I am,
that you eat these
like little baby meals, so I'm just like, I got so much frozen food, help yourself.
Yeah, no, those are delightful.
Yeah.
And I feel like I had a thought that was gonna. Oh yeah. Shout out to Greg. We're just referencing so many other people that have been on the podcast. But there was one evening where we were eating chicken tenders, and I, for other reasons, had a tub of whipped cream with me, and we just sort of looked at it for a minute
Forbidden things
and
were
then put
done.
them together and dip the chicken tenders in the whipped cream. It's not as bad as you expect,
Yeah.
but it's not recommended.
Well, I mean, like, think of, like, chicken and waffles. That's chicken with, like, just sugar on it.
Mm.
Powdered sugar and syrup. So I guess that wouldn't surprise me all that much.
Believe it or not, I did try this once.
Uh-oh.
Cheetos Puffs.
Ugh, I hate the puffs.
And vanilla ice cream.
Ew!
It sounds so bad,
what?
but surprisingly, it does not taste horrible. It's still uncanny when you eat it, but it's just like, huh? Okay.
I'm really intrigued by that.
I mean,
I don't expect it to be good, but I just want to experience it. Because I do like the
it is an
puffs.
experience.
I think I could do it with, like, regular Cheetos.
Yeah, it's the
So
same
you get
thing.
more of a crunch and not, like, a soft, soggy bite. Because Cheetos Puffs just don't have the texture for me.
Just, it's okay to be wrong.
Okay. Apparently I'm not entitled to my opinion in this relationship.
You're not, because Cheetos Puffs are goated.
Nah.
Yeah.
No. Anyway. Pork rinds are better, and they have the same texture, but they at least taste like meat. Honestly, pork rind
rinds
fried
are
chicken, if you crumble up pork rinds and make, like, a breading
yeah.
for chicken, it slaps. It's so good. You can air fry it, you can regular fry it, although air frying is way easier. Definitely butterfly your chicken if you're frying it, though, because that's where we messed up.
Yeah.
We had raw little chicken bites.
Oh. Yeah, you really don't want to eat those.
Yeah, you learn the hard way. But, like, we check, like, especially when we try something new with, like, chicken or meat in general, we usually end up, like, cutting into it. We check it first, because we're still learning how to, like, on instinct feel when things are done, and we're getting much better at it. I mean, excusing those soggy burgers we had the other day. Which was, we really should have used the grill.
Yep.
The little water got into our beef when we were defrosting it, and so we, like, drained it out, patted it out and everything, but it was not enough, and we cooked it in a pan instead of the grill, so it didn't drain off. It was a lot of mistakes in hindsight that were really dumb, but, you know, we'll learn. Sometimes you gotta eat a soggy burger to make a good burger.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is the nature of cooking.
Exactly.
You're gonna have to mess it up sometimes, and then you learn.
Yeah, I'm not Gordon Ramsay.
What are you? An idiot sandwich. But
Favorite.
with that, we have reached our hour. And before I close out completely, because I've been hinting it on most episodes here, on Simmer via, like, Etsy or my website or my Instagram, the shirts and hoodies are actually on sale now. So they exist. Sisritha and Shannon both have one. Sisritha's been modeling hers in her little fashion updates. But yeah, they're out there.
I'm wearing it right now.
Are you really?
I sure am.
Awesome. I did discover today that it is very possible for me to start making aprons as well. So that might be on the horizon.
Ooh.
Very on brand. With, like, the same designs, maybe some new ones, because, like, it's really not hard for me to make new designs now, especially when I work in apparel design. So, yeah. There's that. But, shameless plug aside, thank you both once again. Coming back. Thanks, Noah, for your, 6th episode?
You're welcome.
It's the most talkative you've been. And he's very tired. But thank you, Shannon, for awkward date and timing for this one.
Of course.
But yeah. See y'all next week/month whenever we record and post again.
Gang, gang.
Gang, gang, indeed.
Bye.